What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, shouts out to the boxing plug, my brother, L-Dub Boxing, dropping this info on me, letting me know that it looks like we well on our way to get the fight we looking for. The fight we've been waiting for, which is Vergil Ortiz Jr. versus Jaron Boots Ennis. Look like it's heading to March 28th in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, yesterday, we saw that Vergil Ortiz and Jaron Boots Ennis was going back and forth on social media. And now after I got this information, I'm starting to believe that they was bantering, right? So, according to my brother L-Dub Boxing, the boxing plug, he stated that a mediator in sorts stepped in and they're getting the ball rolling. This is a fight in the works for years. For years, people. This has been a fight in the works for years. Since they was at 147. When Vergil Ortiz made his debut at 147 pounds, because he was at 140 at one point in time, this was the talk of the town. This was it. They was on a collision course. The great Mexican fighter versus the great black African American fighter. It's always that way, right? And so with that said, Vergil, he had issues, health issues at 147 pounds where his career and his life was in jeopardy. He ended up never fighting for a world title. Even to this day. He was going to fight Amanda Stanionis for that WBA title, but those health issues stepped in the way. Twice. 2 times they had that scheduled, and his health, it stepped in the way, man. It prevented it. So he ended up taking time off, moving up to 54. He's now 24 wins, no losses, no draw, 22 wins by way of knockout. And he's the WBC 154-pound junior middleweight world champion or title contender. And Jaron Ennis, he was struggling with weight issues. Never missed weight, but he couldn't get an opportunity. He was granted the IBF title by default because of Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. He got the fight that Vergil was looking for against Stanionis, where he beat Stanionis in a unification, got the WBA, the IBF, and the ring belt. Now he moved up to 54, and he got the WBA interim title. He's now 35 wins, no losses, no draw, 31 wins by way of knockout. This is going to be a classic. Reason it's going to be a classic, and nobody's saying, hey, we don't want to see that. He's boring. Now, when you get Shakur versus Zepeda, it's boring. Because, in the eyes of many, because the style of Shakur, right? He gonna box your ears off. When Floyd fought Mexican fighters, it was boring because they handicap him. Devin Haney, it's boring because he handicapped him. They're not saying that with this fight because Jaron Ennis likes to mix it up in the pocket. He likes to stay in the pocket. And because he likes to stay in the pocket, people feel like Vergil is going to have an opportunity to clip him, to hit him, right? What they're not understanding is Vergil is physically limited, right? He got slow feet. He got decisive hand speed, but he's predictable. Jaron Ennis is going to see his punches from a mile away. But nonetheless, Jaron Ennis, who is 5'10", 74-inch arm reach. Vergil is 5'10", 70-inch arm reach. Similar to the situation we saw with Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. He has a 4-inch arm reach advantage. And he can switch from southpaw to orthodox. He's versatile, right? But the mindset and the approach of Jaron Ennis gives them hope that he'll stay in the pocket too long and Vergil's power can be a factor. That's what they're hoping. Because we've seen it. When he fought against Usima Lima and he knocked him out in his last fight, he got caught with a hook. When he fought Stanionis, he was getting caught in the pocket. When he fought Chugajan, he was getting caught in the pocket, right? So they feel like nobody's saying it's boring, and everybody want to see it on both sides because they feel like Jaron Ennis is going to give opportunities for Vergil to be successful. Now, Vergil's team, his father, his trainer, Robert Garcia, Vergil Ortiz Sr., Oscar De La Hoya, his promoter, they don't feel that way because they boxing minds. And they understand that Jaron Boots Ennis has the ability to flip the switch like Terrence Crawford. Remember, Terrence Crawford got caught by Gamboa. He got unofficially knocked down by Mean Machine, right? He looked chinny. He get hit too much, right? And then he fight against certain guys, and suddenly he don't get hit no more, right? He fights against Errol Spence, and he doesn't get hit anymore. He fights against Canelo, and he doesn't get hit anymore. Because he has the ability to make the adjustment if he want to. And that's the same thing Jaron Boots Ennis has. They know this as boxing minds. They understand that Jaron Ennis very well could flip that switch and say, you know what? I'm going to box you mid-range and on the outside, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Because simply, he can't. It's just like Terrence Crawford and Canelo. When Terrence Crawford decided to fight on the inside, he did. When he decided to fight mid-range, he did. When he decided to fight on the outside, he did. When he decided, I'm going to move, he did. And guess what? Absolutely nothing Canelo could do about it. And they know. They understand. The same thing fares in this fight. So, Vergil's team dragging their feet. Remember, the manager immediately came out, and the first thing he said was, hey, we need $10 million to even have a conversation. What? They just came face to face, right? Then Oscar said, well, Vergil should fight against Errol Spence. Jaron should fight Jamel Charlo. What? On the same card as the co-main event. Because they want to avoid it, people. They understand what's at stake. They understand the versatility. They understand if Jaron Ennis gets in trouble, he can make an adjustment that Vergil can't. Vergil's crafty, don't get me wrong. And he got power. But he's shown to be chinny. He's susceptible to getting caught with counterpunches. They understand that. Oh, believe you me, they get it. And they're not overly joyed about having it happen. But Vergil is a competitor. He's a warrior. That's why he agreed to it the first 2 times. Because he's a competitor. And Oscar and his team, they were relieved that Jaron Ennis went in a different direction. Because they felt like, woo, we ain't got to deal with him. Once again, it done came back around. It done came back around, people. And it's going down. March 28th, Las Vegas. Hopefully everything comes to fruition. Let me know what y'all think. Drop a comment in the comment section. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV. All one word. It's your boy Blue putting his pain in. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV. All one word. I'm gone. Peace.